Good morning, this is Partial Credit.
Hey, my name is Moises.
I'm Alexis.
I'm Erin.
I'm Jason.
I'm Bryson.
I'm Shylin.
I'm Astari.
I'm Misha.
Joel.
I'm Mariella.
I'm Kobe.
And some of our topics for today are seniors. What would you change if you could start this year over again? What problems are you facing due to deadlines and end dates? Have you caught senioritis and prom? What question I want to start off with?
The first one.
Seniors, what would you change if you could start this year over again?
So, if I could start this year over, I would probably change how information gets transported from administration to us or anybody to us, because we're not really amped up about anything, because it's when it comes and it's oh, okay, this is the deadline for this. Okay. Whatever. And we don't take it serious because it's not I don't know why we don't take it.
I would just pay for my stuff. Because my mom told me not to. I listened to her, so I'm not going to listen to her. I would pay for my stuff.
I think I would join clubs, like student council. I wish I would have joined student council so bad.
I don't even think student council's
I joined student council, and we're not active at all.
What do y'all do for what are y'all talking
At
about?
first, we had everything going fine, with homecoming, planning homecoming, and different stuff we wanted to do during Spirit Week and stuff like that. But now it's you never even I haven't got notified about a meeting or anything since then. So
Dang.
Why are you trying to do it?
Because as students, we can say what we want to do. We want to do this, we want to do that. But here at dance, our ideas kind of get pushed to the side because of restrictions and so it's not like one person could just be oh yeah, to me it's gonna take a lot.
That is true. They don't let us be creative and let us make our experience fun. It's boring. If it looked to me, we would have school dances and all of that. I feel like that would be fun.
And I used to do that stuff in middle school, and it was a good way to fundraise and just have fun, and you actually become a family within the school when you keep us active, keep us doing something. Half of the seniors, I don't even know them, and I've been here all 4 years, so it's
You already talked about that. Have you caught senioritis?
Oh, yeah.
You can't catch senioritis when you're a junior. Trust me, because I did.
I had senioritis my sophomore year.
Sophomore year, sis.
I
was not
senioritis
in
my
school.
sophomore year.
I was I'm not. I was I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this work.
What made you
not want to do
what made you give up? I know Bryson hasn't caught senioritis.
I've caught senioritis second semester my sophomore year. It's just that, school, it seems like every single year we kind of just learn the same thing. Nothing really changes. So you get to the point where you just kind of just reach apathy. So you just kind of just show up, do the same thing every single day, and you just repeat the routine over and over again. And it just gets to a certain point where you're just what's the point of this?
Yeah.
This black guy said, I'm over it. I don't know.
So you just
what's the point?
I think mine was
I'm
just
not
a lack
missing
of
anything.
motivation. I have not had any motivation for a good 3 years.
I think the reason why we don't have motivation is because we get to school and we just do the same thing repeatedly over and over and over and over again. So it's it gets old.
It makes you not want to go.
Yeah.
So you
already
me,
know what you're gonna do.
So you tell me the only purpose that you're here for is just so you can graduate. You just come here every day just so you can get your
I'm
diploma.
only here because I need to graduate and I can't miss any more days. So
I don't come to school to learn. I come to school to get a passing grade.
yeah,
because I feel like you
I don't
learn so
learn.
much outside of the classroom that would be
beneficial to your life,
but also beneficial to the classroom because everybody lives a different lifestyle, and I think it's good to hear from everybody's background, so you don't just go into something judging it or
I feel like if they have more classes that actually teach you about like things in life, like taxes, paying
What?
your taxes, getting
I mean, we have classes like that. I mean, we have was it
but do
personal
they
finance?
really teach you?
But in principle of finance,
Yes.
Like, do they really teach you, or are they just
No,
going
they-
about
they-
it?
So you think you're saying we should have like a life skills class, or like a home
Yes.
economics?
Okay, so he took that class. Explain to us what.
well, here at the school, like with marketing and principle of finance, you don't really learn anything. They just kind of type on a Google Doc the entire time, and then you have a test, and that's the end of the unit. You just move on to the next.
And not
section.
even that, they give you a study guide that is the test. So what are you really learning? Nothing.
So do you feel that you like the discussions and things that we have in this class, like the type of things that we talk about, the type of things we learn about in this class, or you will learn in like some other classes? Do you feel like you learn a lot more from that than
Yeah,
you would
yeah.
these
A
textbooks
lot more.
and these like PowerPoints and stuff like that? Like, cause I know stuff that we learn inside of this classroom is like some top tier stuff you need to learn, like some things you can hold with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and we don't just have like little discussions. Oh, this happened, that happened. It's like we have like really deep discussions, and we relate it to ourselves and just stuff we see around us.
So, like, we talk about the stuff that actually affects us,
Yeah.
not the stuff that
That
happened 400 years ago.
I feel like
They're fine.
I feel like if I just relied on learning by the traditional lesson plan instead of going out and doing my own research, I would never learn anything.
Right.
Exactly.
Because it's just hand-me-down information. Like, what's the difference between civics and economics and American history 1? There's no difference. There's no difference. You're gonna learn the same thing.
Like, it's like I feel like I'm learning the same thing over and over again. Like the same thing that I learned in 8th grade, the exact same thing we're still talking about, and I'm in the 11th
And it
grade.
doesn't change.
Like,
And
let's
you know,
take.
most-
Oh, you wanna go?
Okay, so most of our intelligence, like that we have or whatever, is because, like Bryce was saying, it's because like we go out and we read and watch things that, like teach it are more effective in teaching us like our ways and our morals and stuff. And I just think that's important. Like, you gotta have that mentality to learn on your own, because if not, then you're gonna just be like fed information from a source that's not even like yourself. Like, you can't really say that's factual information if you don't know it.
Like, from
Like, there's no evidence behind it.
Like, let me give you
I
an
mean, it's
example
evidence, but you
as
know.
far as not learning nothing. From 2nd grade to now, if we have Black History Month, we're going to learn about the same people.
Over and
We're gonna
over.
learn about-
Over
we're
and
gonna learn
over
about-
and
we're gonna learn about
over.
MLK. We're going to learn about Rosa
Malcolm
Parks.
X.
We might learn about Malcolm X. We're going to learn about the KKK, and that's it. We're going to
Slavery.
learn about and nothing else. And we
Slavery.
barely going to learn about slavery. We're just going to learn about the triangle trade.
Yeah,
That's
just,
it.
yeah.
Exactly.
They skip the whole. I mean, they teach us like, oh yeah, this,
Basics.
slavery and stuff. Yeah, the basics, but they don't go deep into that.
And I don't even know if it's because of the way they teach it, but I don't remember what goes where on the little triangle trade.
We start with
I
the Native Americans, but we start with the Native Americans.
I know rum goes somewhere from England
I'm
to
dead.
I don't even
Africa.
remember.
Look, I don't even know that.
Anything.
I really don't.
I don't know if it's the way they're teaching it, but like
Yeah.
African American studies was like, it was great and we learned a lot. But you think I'm gonna remember those
I
people's
was saying, you
names?
think I'm retaining that information.
There's like stuff I learned from 8th grade till now over and over and over again every year, but I still don't know anybody's name. Like,
Same.
like whose name do you know?
MLK.
Right.
Like, not even
Rosa Parks.
Rosa
That's-
Parks.
That's it. Like we haven't heard people like Crispus Attucks, people like that.
Who's that?
See, what did he do?
I remember his name, but
Yeah, I know the name, but I don't know what he did. What he did.
Crispus Attucks was like one of the first, like during the Revolutionary War, like the little standout that they had, he was like one of the first people to get shot. It was a black person. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew that he was black until later. And in certain publications, they took him out and replaced him with like a dog. Like they just took him out like completely and just like sketched the dog
But they've been
where he
doing that
was.
for a long time.
Like
I
changing
never
history.
even knew about
That's my
the
question.
What's that? The Lady Liberty girl.
Lady Liberty.
Statue
Statue of
Statue
Liberty?
of Liberty.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. It comes and it goes. But the Statue of Liberty, I never knew that was a black woman before it was that. Until like
I learned, look, and I
Didn't
learned
the
that
French
on social
build that?
media.
Didn't
Like, I learned that on social media.
Yeah, there's a lot more stuff that I learned on Instagram that I learned in class, to be honest. I remember that stuff, but I don't remember anything in class. I'm serious.
What I like about African American studies, we didn't learn just about slavery. Like, we learned like that black people like originally used to be rich. We used to be kings and queens and stuff like that.
Before
I
we-
like that. Yeah.
I had a question, but it went away. I don't remember what it was. The next topic was prom.
OMG.
Yeah,
Prom
shows that
is
topic for you.
stressing me out.
Me too. My dress is
Don't have a date anymore. Dresses being made. I have probably spent almost $800 already on prom. My dress is $600. Still gotta order my hair. Still gotta get my hair done. Still gotta get my nails done. I'm not worried about shoes. I just might wear flip flops under my dress.
We're talking about wearing Crocs. Like,
I might even go barefoot. Yeah, I'm doing my own makeup.
But where does all the pressure of prom come? Even for juniors too, where's all this pressure for
That's what
prom
I'm saying.
come
Like,
from?
why?
I don't know.
I spent like, okay, I didn't spend that much money last year. I spent like $500 last year on like everything, and I said I'm not doing that again.
Wait,
I'm not.
so you went to junior prom?
Yeah.
You spent $500 on junior prom.
Yes.
Would you think it was worth your $500?
No. It
How?
was not. It was boring, first of all. And no offense to the Hispanic people, but that's all they played. They only played Hispanic music, and everybody was in there confused, and we didn't know what to do. So everybody was just sitting down. It was actually stupid. The only good part about it was, what's that boy named Cash that he performed there? That was the only thing that was
So we
actually
need
fun
some
about it.
diversity.
That's why I've been talking to
Culture.
Danny about prom. I've been asking her everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. She said there wasn't going to be any food. We don't know about refreshments because they basically
Wow.
spent all of the money on
The venue.
decorations and
Oh.
venue.
So what do you think during like a
Well,
prom?
then that's why they need to inform us, because why can't we start funding and stuff like that as seniors?
And holding fundraisers for stuff like that.
Yeah, what should be prioritized during like a prom? Like what's first? Is venue first, or is it like
Well,
the
the
food
venue.
first?
Yeah,
Venue has to look
venues, you
nice.
have to have,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotta have a place to have the prom.
You got
And
the
I guess they
decorations.
figure they don't need to, what's the word? Nah, I don't know the word. I'm gonna say give food, because I mean
Provide.
people gonna go eat
Provide
before and they
before.
gonna eat after anyway. So what's the point of me providing? That was the word.
But not all
Providing.
people are going to do that, because everybody doesn't have that, like the funds to do that. Some people are barely coming to prom. Like,
Yeah.
so.
Being serious.
That's not
You know you can't afford it. Why
But
are
I
you
feel like
doing it?
I'm spending all this money
But
for no
prom is
reason.
but why shouldn't they have the privilege to go?
Why is prom a mandatory thing? Why
It's
is
not.
It's
Why
not
is it
mandatory.
mandatory
It's
for
like
everybody?
Why does
Yeah,
prom
high
It's a
exceed
high school
food?
experience that you want to be able to remember.
It's
Like,
a milestone.
When you're older, you want to be like, oh, I went to prom and I did this.
So who made the decision that they're not going to prom?
Me.
Mariana, why aren't you going to prom? What's the reason?
There's no point
Speak
of
up.
it.
There's no point.
No.
Why? Why do you? Why do you
Prom
feel
is
that
what
way?
you make it. Honestly.
A lot of seniors tell me
it,
we're
it depends on who's there and it's how you
Well, I'm letting y'all
what you
know
do
now.
when you're there.
My
If I
plan,
spend
I'm
all
not
this
staying.
Right, I'm not going for like an hour.
Yeah.
I'm going for the food. I'm going to eat. This is my plans. I'm going to take pictures. I'm basically doing it for the pictures. I'm getting professional pictures. I'm be looking good, okay? I'm going to go eat at a real nice restaurant, probably Chima's Brazilian Steakhouse. That's where I want to go. Go to prom. I'm going to be seen. And then I'm leaving.
That's not good. That's not good. I'm saying, okay, and you can do that on a regular day. Just get your prom dress,
Walk
take
down-
pictures, look cute,
Walk down-
and don't go to prom.
down- walk
It's
down-
not worth it.
Why is
Just
prom
the
just
whole
like a big part of our like high school culture? Because like
But it's
it doesn't
so
even
lame.
fit one
I'ma tell
specific
you
race or
why.
anything. It's a prom for everyone.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm going to prom and why like I'm taking it serious. It's because like my generations before me, or my mom or my grandma, they didn't get to go. So it's like I want to do everything that they didn't get to do. You know, so because at first I wasn't gonna go to prom either. I was like, okay, whatever. But it's like they have, you know, they provide me with a lot to be able to go. So I'm thankful for that.
I feel like this year it's not gonna be that bad. I think it's
I don't
gonna be
know,
good this
honestly,
year.
because I just feel like our senior class is straight up trash.
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't
half
want
of
to do
them.
anything.
I don't know
They
half of them.
trash.
I don't know half of them.
I know we could be
Sis, I
lit
would
next
say if you
year.
went to James Martin, then you know half of them, because all of
I didn't
them.
go to James Martin.
I know, but all of them.
That's why we all just followed each other. Like, we've
Right.
been together since 6th grade.
I
and
left and
everybody's
came
just been
right
hooking
back.
up together.
So do y'all think that that's why we don't have no spirit? Y'all outgrowing each other?
No, because they still hanging out with each other.
Why don't we have
They
school
just don't
spirit? That's a
wanna
good
do-
question.
I don't think
We don't have
we
school
haven't
spirit
had
for a lot of reasons.
People think it's lame,
Yeah.
bruh.
My freshman
We don't even
year.
have a mascot.
Cougar, what?
We don't have a mascot.
You know, he used to like whoever it was used to run around and like dance with girls and like have a whole bunch of fun. Like back in 2013, my sister was here.
2013.
We got here
It's
in
2019.
2015. I got here in 2015.
What happened?
They used to be lit. I'm not gonna
We
lie.
ain't got
They
no
For real?
used to be
jackets.
lit.
We ain't got no mascot. We ain't got no varsity jackets. We ain't got nothing.
We got hoodies. We got hoodies.
It's not a
I'm boring.
varsity.
They ain't even more. They're actually really nice.
Anybody
Okay,
can make a hoodie.
Right.
but the official Vans hoodies are actually nice, and I would actually want one.
What
And I've seen
official?
people walking around and wearing.
Y'all
them,
seen that
so.
jacket hanging up in the office? Those
Yeah, those are
Those are
cool.
varsity jackets.
Because that's when Vans had school spirit.
Those are nice.
Everybody think it's lame now.
What makes you think? Why did school spirit like dissipate?
We can't do
I
nothing.
feel
Like coming from like athletes.
they don't
and
let
stuff.
us even go to the restroom.
But I also
by
feel
yourself,
like
like what?
administrators are not pushing it enough, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
they're not.
They
if
just
they
want the
really
strict-
wanted us to have school spirit,
Right.
they would
do
talk about it
whatever.
and they would push us and encourage us to have school spirit, and then I feel like we would. But we don't do anything fun. The pep rallies.
The pep rallies
The
are
pep
so
rallies
whack.
are boring.
That last
Like,
one
they're
was
not
terrible.
It's just the gathering. It's just the gathering to see a bunch of faces in one room.
I
Right.
think we don't have school spirit because dance is just
We don't have school spirit because the administrators and the teachers and nobody else has school spirit.
right. I mean,
That's
like
why
look
we
at
don't have
Rocky
it.
River. Look at
Right.
West
We gotta
Med,
have
look at PLB.
Rocky River is so.
Rocky River is
Exactly.
up
Everybody
there.
go there. They
Like,
pep rallies be good.
All the teachers teach about something they don't even want to teach you and all this other stuff and how they don't even like being a teacher. So why would we want to enjoy?
Right,
They
you're
don't
not
even enjoy
motivating me to
teaching.
want to be here at all. Like you don't even want to be here, so why should I want to be here?
I mean, I played football here for 4 years. You go to every single road game. They got a student section.
And we don't
section,
got.
you don't
We ain't
have
got no
no
student
good
section.
God, look at Mount
And
Green
what is
student
it?
section.
Some of the schools still be losing, and the student section still be lit.
That's y'all.
What is it? What is it? Okay, so
what's it called? We used to have one here. I think I was a freshman. It was when we were in marching band. It was my 8th grade year. They had, what was it called?
Cougar Crazies.
Cougar Crazies.
Cougar Crazies.
Yeah.
What is that?
what's that?
It's a
I've never heard that.
student.
Yeah, what is the student section like?
It's like
It's a whole
the
section sectioned off for students, and it's like a spirit.
spirit. Yeah, they like.
So it's sort of like a spirit corner, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I need
But
to be
for
in that.
students, and they're hype every time they make a touchdown. You know, they
And
got
the
the
thing
bells
is,
and
you
the
know,
horns, and they have chants. And
Vance sports is really good, and when you go to these trash schools and
They
they're
still have
packed,
spirit.
Exactly.
Exactly.
it makes you feel some type
Huff
of way.
is terrible at basketball, and they got a big ass student section. I'm
Huff
sorry.
Gym is
What?
big, period.
Excuse me, sir. Can you watch your
I,
language?
it's one. It's oh my goodness, bro.
Anyways, let me cut that out. So I don't believe it or not, Vance used to have a lot of school spirit. Like there's like remnants of school spirit all over this school. Like if you go in the cafeteria, there's a corner of the cafeteria specifically called the Cougar Corner. And I know a lot of stuff used to happen back there in that corner because my sister talking about that corner. Not saying anything bad happened in that corner, but a lot of stuff happened in that corner. And it's like we have a lot of school spirit. There's like if you look around the school, like really focus on stuff like that. There's a lot of remnants of how our school used to be and how hype and awesome it used to be. But like, I don't know, this school is just becoming more and more and more and more like a prison.
Yeah.
With all the new rules that are being set into place, not even that, but like before that, why can't we use lockers?
I was worried.
There's lockers everywhere. They all got locks on the lockers,
But you can't use them.
but we can't use them.
And even if we thought something was like going on where a student
makes you
couldn't
wait
have
for
a
class.
locker, then like put restrictions on that student from not having a locker. But at the same time, why can't we use lockers? That's just taking up space.
Honestly, you could do a whole anything on that wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of blank space at our school
Sorry, y'all. We just
Sorry,
read
y'all.
this.
It's a news article.
What
yeah,
happened?
says
What is it?
The United States' first female Muslim judge found dead in Hudson River.
It happened. Either early this week or last week.
That's
She was
crazy.
found dead for the
People are evil.
I can
For
never
real.
kill somebody. I would feel terrible. I kill somebody like that.
I hope you would.
It's like
Bryce is, oh my god.
Like we listen.
Bryce has got that face like, I
It
do
don't
it.
make no sense to like senseless stuff. Like it's like people just don't care no more.
No. It's give me the
Yeah,
more drinks.
and it's sad because it's like it ain't nowhere we could go to where
My mom
know.
was
It
just
used to
talking
be
about
like,
that, too.
oh, move your kids here and
It's
they'll
very
have a
sad.
better lifestyle. I mean, life or whatever. And now it's just everybody just dying anyway.
Well, has it always been that way, or is it just now we have the chance to put a spotlight on it?
Technology, yeah.
Yeah, technology
It's
definitely
always been that way.
Yeah.
You just
But I feel like it is a
Yeah,
lot
but say
worse.
it's more talked about now than it was when we were younger.
And what about, I don't know, but like, there's stuff happening, like with the first 3 black people that were shot because of the police. Everybody had big old riots. Charlotte was tore up. Somebody threw a brick at somebody's window. You know, I don't want to throw a brick at somebody's window. I just want to be part of the
I
fun.
don't understand.
What is that? What is that? Yeah,
But
what is the
after a
purpose of,
while-
like wrecking your stuff.
Your
Like,
own
what
community.
attention
Yeah.
is that causing to you?
You
You're
know-
just breaking your stuff that you use.
That's what I'm
every day.
saying. We
But the problem is
yeah,
like
they build it,
over
but-
time there's like black people being shot 17 times back by a police officer, and you just see it on Snapchat or Instagram instead of there being a whole big old riot.
But
People
then if
have
a
gotten
black-
institutionalized,
And
and
when
nobody
you
cares
talk,
anymore.
When you talk about the riot, and Misha made a good point, even when you go back to the LA riots, it's not like they go to the white community, and I'm not condoning this, it's not like they go to the white communities and tear their stuff up.
They tear their
They
own
tear
stuff
up, we burn down our own stores.
It's like
in our own
It's like,
homes.
okay,
And
you know,
then-
burn down that store.
I was
It's
comparing to like
Yeah, it's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's like if someone broke into my house, and instead of going to their house and breaking their stuff, I get a bat and break out my own window.
Yeah,
I'm
What's the
mad.
point of that? Like, yeah, I'm gonna get some attention.
Yeah, I know.
About
Yeah, I don't
the
like
LA
people breaking in my
riots and the
house.
stores. They chose very specific stores.
I know foreign
Okay.
stores and stuff like that.
No, they did not necessarily because they were foreign, but because of how they treated people when they walked into their stores.
Oh, okay.
So it may have seemed like just straight chaos, and most of it was. But when it came to stores, the stores, there was a reason why they targeted a specific store. Now that didn't make it any more right, okay? But I just want to just to put that in there.
Well, what was that
Because it
riot?
still was in their own neighborhood, wasn't it? Okay.
These recent riots, they just been tearing everything up.
And
They
that's
don't
the-
care.
I think they just do it just because.
Especially
they
in
want
Charlotte. Like,
attention
do
on
you
their-
remember that riot that happened here?
oh yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Or even in Ferguson or the riot in South
Yeah.
Baltimore, they burned down like the new CVS pharmacy and stuff that was just built for them. And then at the end of the day, when it's all said and over and you got all your anger out, you're just gonna look around.
Like who gonna be
Like, where I'm gonna get my medicine
Where I'm gonna get
from?
my insulin at, man? We burned down the
And you
CVS.
think the city already don't care about your community? You think they gonna come and build a new one?
Right.
they gonna be like, y'all did it.
And meanwhile,
Y'all fault.
Y'all know you ain't got no insulin.
and meanwhile, the people in the suburbs just laughing. They're just laughing.
Yeah, and that's why we laughing because it looks stupid.
Exactly. Like, we gonna go and bust the window out of the
I mean, it
Walgreens.
seems
Like,
a
come
little
on.
fun. I'm not gonna cap. It's a little fun. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I always want to throw a brick at a window. So I mean, like,
No.
So when my grandma ain't got no money,
I
what
have
am I supposed to
never.
do?
But
I
if
had
you're
never
gonna
even thought about doing
but if you're gonna throw a brick at a window, don't throw a brick at your own window.
I can just imagine.
No, but that's the thing. Like, I'm just so tired of all these killings, police killings. Killings our own. Like we
Y'all,
killing
please
each
almost
other.
hit my car last
Like
night.
I just want us to like build each other up. But it's like we can't do that because of so much like jealousy and
exactly.
stuff like that.
The leading thing that's killing black people, it ain't fried chicken.
You want me to-
It's not diabetes.
It's each other.
Diabetes.
It's each other. We are killing each other.
Yes.
Everybody else is killing us too, but now we're killing each other also.
We've been
They ain't
killing
killing
each
each
other.
other.
I'm gonna say
I don't know
that.
what the word.
Exactly.
What you
I
say?
don't know what the weird thing happened to us.
And then, no, because I don't know what happened to our generation anyway, because we be killing each other for no reason. Other people would kill each other for like some money or something like that, like back in the day. Now we just kill each other just to kill each other.
Well, when you think about
Like,
the
it don't make
original
no
purpose of gangs, and my great aunt always tells me this, the original purpose of gangs weren't to cause chaos inside the community. The purpose of gangs originally was to help the community.
Yeah.
But then over time, when you get to the 80s and late 70s, somehow instead of helping the communities, that philosophy just started to change into destroying it. But it's sad to say, but whenever you want to help someone inside your own community, there's always going to be people that's going to get jealous. And sometimes it's sad to say this, but when you get to a certain point in your life, you got to leave. You can't stay. You can't help from a distance, but as far as coming back, there's going to be people that's going to be jealous of you.
Everybody.
Yeah, at the time of this recording, a famous celebrity, wasn't he a rapper? Right. Nipsey Hussle was shot by one of his own colleagues.
So why do you think he was killed? Do you think that it's because of this documentary that's coming out? And who said that he was taken? Did Nick Cannon say that he was taken over?
Yeah.
So do you think that something would happen to him now that he wants to take over this documentary?
I'm not sure
Are you
they'll
confused?
allow it to happen.
Okay,
though.
so this rapper,
Nick
Nipsey
Cannon-
Hussle, was killed.
I heard about him being killed.
Yeah, and he was doing a documentary about AIDS. Dr. Sebi and how he cured AIDS.
Or he killed. He cured a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Diabetes, lupus, everything. Like a lot of stuff.
And when he took it to the court, nobody believed him.
But he ended up winning.
Yeah,
He ended up
court
winning,
case.
but nobody still believed that it was true. And then, he gets killed. So now he wants to make a documentary to bring it back up to people's attention. And that's why a lot of people think that he was killed.
It's hard to believe.
This is what I heard, that the one that they just charged, that they arrested for the murder, that, I know I'm going to say his name wrong, Nipsey, whatever it is. That he and the guy actually had like a confrontation, and Nip told him directly to his face that he felt like he was a snitch, and he got offended behind that. And no matter how much he tried to talk down what Nip was saying, okay, he was the one who wound up looking bad.
Yeah.
And so his ego and his pride, okay, made him, okay, I'm going to take him out. You don't disrespect me, this, that, and the other. And that there was a female, and I don't know, as of this morning, I don't think that they arrested the female, but there was a female who actually drove him to the store to do that. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true.
That's
the truth. But she said she didn't know about it.
I just don't understand how you don't know.
How
don't you know? You heard gunshots.
I'm sure he went running to the car with the gun. You see what? I mean, girl, you knew. She had to know. Ain't no way. But back to the documentary, like that's the same thing that kind of happened to like Left Eye. Like if you look at, as a conspiracy theory, but it's like I feel like who do we count? Nick Cannon and Nipsey. Okay, so I feel like if that is to be true, like Nipsey wasn't just effective with that documentary. Like he was trying to push his community, like and then it even said like he was going to meet with the LAPD to talk about gang violence, and I'm just like, I just don't understand. I don't get it, because it's like both sides make sense. It's like
But that happens with everything. Like once you hear about something, both sides of the story will always make sense, especially if it's publicized by the media. I'm not saying the whole Michael Jackson thing was true or whatever. I'm just saying, or R. Kelly or all that stuff like that. But like, once you get R. Kelly's different.
R. Kelly's way different.
There's a videotape of him, but still, as soon Robert Kelly, as soon as like. I'm not going to say like specifically, but as soon as a minority rises up into a state of some type of power where he can easily speak to the community and make it better, in some way, fashion, or form, someone or somebody is going to try to take him down in any type of way. 21 Savage had just started helping out his own community, and all of a sudden now he's getting deported. How did you deport?
It shocked
21 Savage.
It shocked me. I said,
21.
He's from the UK. This dude got
He be eating crumpets and tea.
But he wasn't raised there.
He was just born, you know.
As soon as he tried to help the community, boom. You know, and as soon as somebody tries to inform black people of what's really going on in our
And it
society,
don't matter. Like, what made them pull that up? Like, what just made you like, yeah, I'm gonna just go like check.
I'm gonna go look at your ice, at your car.
But it doesn't even matter if it's like
let me
or ourselves. Like, it's just jealousy, and people don't like power, and especially from anybody that's a minority to be put like to be given power. They don't not like that. It don't matter if it's within your own race or a different one. People don't like it.
Exactly. Like,
but I don't think that should hinder anyone from being or trying to be powerful, because regardless, if it's small, somebody could be jealous and take you out about that. But at least try to make a big impact towards your community or towards the youth in general, and then die with dignity instead of just dying because you were scared to hold power or anything like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, nowadays, people are we have to find ways to hide the truth in regular media. That's why, like, certain rappers or certain movie makers that are minorities or African Americans, they're trying to tell us things through their music and through their movies, just like what slaves did. They informed each other about stuff in secrecy, right? So, I mean, history repeats itself very, very easily. So, I mean, like, I feel that black movie makers and black people that make music are really trying to hide things and try to inform us about what's really going on in society without causing too much attention to themselves, so they can keep telling us about what's really going on. Like Jordan Peele, the movies, Us and Get Out. Tell me he ain't trying to tell us something.
Do you think that most people who watch those movies have enough common sense?
No.
Or have enough sense
Because let me tell you,
to think like that. No.
Because people who've seen Us, they say that movie is so stupid.
It didn't make no sense.
That movie is
stay
dumb.
away from white
I'm like, the
people
other people
easily trying to tell
like,
you
that
something.
That movie is like eye-opening. People
Very.
are saying that movie is very eye-opening. That movie is informational. It's like, and other people are just like, it's dumb. So maybe they just dumb.
Exactly. Because they're like, oh, the ending is stupid, blah, 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 blah. I was like, that movie's trying to tell you something that you don't really like.
Well, it's because
I don't want to sound crazy or anything, but like,
people now, they have like a very, very short attention span. So if it's not something blowing up on the screen, or someone cussing
killed,
every 5 seconds,
or somebody shooting guns,
or a funny Instagram video.
If it takes them actual time to sit down and analyze what's going on, they're not in the mood for it.
But do you hear yourself? Like, do y'all hear yourselves? This is what they are doing to us. They are separating us. They want some to be on their level of intelligence. Oh yeah, da 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 da. I know this. Like, you know. And then some to be like, what? Like, huh?
Like, this is stupid.
But white people know exactly what's going on at all times.
Why did you whisper that part?
I didn't need to make it like see like.
And if there's any,
well, that's
I forgot my phone, so I was like, let me just put a time for online time on.
You forgot your phone.
Yeah, no big deal. I forget my phone all the time.
I could not.
real quick, if you're a white
I
person
can function without it.
listening to this podcast and you're white, we're not specifically trying to bash you.
No, we're not. We're not. It's just, this is like our truth. Like, this is what we experience as African Americans.
Exactly. This is our experience through our own lives.
We're not saying we hate y'all.
Yeah, we're not saying we know what you're doing. Okay, we know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Put this facade down. We're not saying that. I'm just saying, like,
None of that.
It just happens that most people that are in a position of power that oppress us are white.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. We can't change that. Like, it'd be different if they were of another race.
Yeah.
it just is what
I
it
think
is.
that we should develop something called black supremacy.
Now, anytime you use
We had that already.
supremacy,
I
supremacy,
was to say, and this
supremacy
has
on
been
power.
partial credit. Like,
I really appreciate you for listening. We didn't do this last time, but again, I'm Kobe.
I'm Moises.
I'm Alexis.
I'm Jason. I'm Bryson.
I'm Shylin.
I'm Starry. I'm Nisha.
I'm Rhodesia. I'm Mariella.
And this has been Partial Credit.
Thank you for listening.